This song is called Saturday Morning Breakfast. I wrote this back in 2021. It came about on a beautiful Saturday sometime in March, and I was cooking up some breakfast, I was drinking some coffee, I was listening to some good country tunes. After I was done, I sat down and I wrote this song just in the ideal mindset that every now and again we just need a day to recharge and recover and to just enjoy a little bit of the life and the simple things. So that's kind of what this song's about. 8 o'clock this morning and the sun shining through my window. Throw out the covers and I get up out of bed. Go in the kitchen and I make myself some coffee. No telling what this day will bring, yeah. Scramble up some eggs and in the other pan there's sausage. Sun shining bright and all them birds they're singing high. World might be crazy but right now I feel at peace. A little slice of heaven it may seem. And there's nothing like a Saturday morning breakfast, kinda like I used to have back when. Let all my worries fade away. Ain't no better way to start this beautiful Saturday. Hank Sr. in the living room singing I Saw the Light. Finish up my cooking and I see what's on the news. Looks like the weather's gonna yield some brighter days. Haven't felt this damn good in years. And there's nothing like a Saturday morning breakfast, kinda like I used to have back when. Let all my worries fade away. Ain't no better way to start this beautiful Saturday. Hell, I think I'll take it easy and I'll take it light. All through this day and through this night, no worries, I'll eat this breakfast and get right. Then I'll step out in this world and make it mine. And there's nothing like a Saturday morning breakfast, kinda like I used to have back when. Let all my worries fade away. Ain't no better way to start this beautiful Saturday. It took a long time for me to realize in my songwriting that you don't need a mental breakdown, you don't need a horrible accident or something great or a really cool trip in your life to write a song, and that it's more focused on the fact that the gift of being able to sit down and write about anything, having that gift to be able to just to pick up a guitar or pick up an instrument in general, piano, mandolin, whatever have you, and to be able to pick it up and you think about a topic, and maybe you don't write it in one day, maybe you don't write it in 3 hours, 5 hours, but the fact that you can sit down and write a song is something that I finally empowered myself with. And instead of thinking that it needs to be about this thing only or these things only and I need to be in this genre only, it's so much more fulfilling as a songwriter to be able to just kind of write in a loose style about anything you want to. And that's kind of where like a lot of my songs come from, is like Saturday Morning Breakfast. It's about eating breakfast. Wilsaw, it's about a small little town I grew up in. And then there's the more personal stuff like Rattlesnake Shakes and Wicked Man, which deal with addiction and recovery, being someone who's very passionate about recovery and addiction in both its sense and ways. Having those two songs in there that serve that purpose of a very meaningful song and something that's very near and dear to my heart. But that's the gift of songwriting, is truly being able to just pick up an instrument, put pen to paper, and write a song about anything. I think that's what I really enjoy most about it.
In the dark morning light walks a man bereft of life. His choices put him on that road to sin. He's all alone, don't mind a bit. When the sun goes down, his conscience fades as an alibi in 3 damn days. But when the sun comes up, he's right as rain. But the clouds will come again, because it's so damn hard to see what's wrong from right. When it's got its hold on you, yeah, it holds on tight. And when a man's got his needs, oh, you let him fight. Better get out of the way and let the copperhead bite. You better get out of the way and let the copperhead bite. Got the snake skin, the rattleshake snake, slithering around just to get a taste. Get out of the way or else you're the praise. Got fangs like needles, no soul to pay. Can we learn from our mistakes? Does the mind know what it takes? Can we see past all of the pain, just to see the light, feel warmth again? Because it's so damn hard to see what's wrong from right. When it's got its hold on you, yeah, it holds on tight. But when a man's got his needs, oh, you let him fight. You better get out of the way and let the copperhead bite. You better get out of the way and let the copperhead bite. Let the copperhead bite.
Being someone who is a recovering alcoholic, that works in with songwriting in so many ways. And I had a long journey to the road of recovery itself. You know, you when you're drinking, you don't really realize the people around you that you hurt, and that you're also hurting inside. And that's a lot of the reason why you're doing it in the first place, is you're blocking out so many emotions. And it came to a screeching halt finally several years ago. I entered into the Billings Adult Municipal Treatment Court system, which helped me in more ways than I can imagine. I don't know where I would be now without that program, but they saw that I needed help, and I was finally willing to ask for it. And when I was in treatment, there were so many times that I didn't know what to do or how to do it. And coming home and having a guitar at home to be able to write some of the things it saved my life. Sorry. And being able to share that with everybody is something that I really am very grateful for. And having a guitar at home in a time when I didn't really have a lot of people in my life, and for the ones that were there for me, it was amazing because I didn't know what to do on most days. And there were so many people in the rooms of AA, and so many people through that journey and process and through treatment that just really, really made songwriting, made the recovery process so much easier. And finally getting out of that, and music just exploded. It was insane. Music just exploded. I got out of treatment, and before you know it, I was playing shows left and right. And it was something that I had talked about during treatment, but I didn't think it was a reality. But that's the funny thing, is that you stop spending so much time on a bar stool dreaming, and you spend so much time off of it living that dream. And that's the thing that's insane to me, is actually seeing all of those things come to light. And if anybody out there struggles, I understand and I get it. It's not easy, especially with the world that we live in nowadays. But I promise you, if you're trying and you see what it's like to struggle, but there is a lot of light at the end of this tunnel, and I promise you, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. Every struggle, it's so worth it. And through, getting sober and whatnot, I found a little bit of an addiction with food as well. Pizza and cheeseburgers, they're delicious. And I finally took it upon myself to, lose some weight too, and get a little healthier on that side, and just eat healthier. And you find things in life along the way that you want to work on. And I just want to overall be a healthier, better human being for future me and future everybody as well, because I want to be around for a long time. I want to be there for my future kids. I want to be there for my future wife. I want to be there for future fans. I want to be there for future gigs and shows and future songs that I can actually be able to write, because being in good health is going to be a major part in that. And the way I was living was difficult, and I would not be around very long if I had continued that life. So very grateful to be here, very grateful for the road that I've been on, because there's been times where I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for that road, but I am absolutely grateful to be here right now.
Back in 1936, out in the pines, back in the sticks, lived a man making moonshine, hauling gallons across the line, knowing well it could be his last time. The strongest shine you'd ever taste, kicked like a mule and clear as day. The coppers sang, the lines held strong, singing that good old moonshine song. 'Cause if you've got water in the creek and muddy clay, you can make that Mountain Dew all day. Mash that corn, cook that rye, them good old boys are never satisfied. Law is looking while the moonshine's cooking strong. Out in these hills we sing this good old moonshine song. Soon enough the law caught on. We found some stills but not the ones. Hired hands and loaded guns, running through the hills in the Appalachian sun. Old Stumpy Jeff was the shiner's name, who climbed the top of the liquor chain. To this day, they spoke of how the lawmen tried so hard to bring him down. 'Cause if you've got water in the creek and muddy clay, you can make that Mountain Dew all day. Mash that corn, cook that rye, them good old boys are never satisfied. Law is looking while the moonshine's cooking strong. Out in these hills we sing this good old moonshine song. After months of work and dollars spent, the lawmen found old Stumpy Jeff. Wood so quiet you could hear a needle drop. When the lawman spoke and pulled out his gun, he said, "Sir, you make the finest shine I've ever seen or ever tried. But when it's all done and it's all said, I gotta take you in and put a rope around your neck. 'Cause there's no more water in the creek or muddy clay for you to make Mountain Dew all day. I smashed your corn, took your rye, then good old bowls I shot between the eyes. I am the law and this day will go down in time as the day I hung you from the tallest tree that I could find. I could find as the day I hung you from the tallest tree that I could find."